and try it again.
No, I'm just saying, wouldn't that be the most honoring thing before the Lord?
It's not honoring to be abused. It's not honoring to be abused. It's not honoring to be neglected. It's not honoring to be untouched and unloved. It's not honoring to do that. Okay? I have a clear conscience before my God, who has never left me 1 second in this process and provides miracles for me to get out of that. Okay? It's not honorable to do that. You're saying just get beat up at home and suck it up because you wear the name Christian.
No, but
do it in the name of Jesus.
But can God change your heart? Can she change?
Jonathan, I pray to God you never go through the kind of pain he's been through.
I understand, but
you don't
can people change?
You don't understand. You don't understand.
But can people?
You don't have the life experience to
I understand, but I'm saying we serve a big God. He can change. He can restore marriages. That's what we believe for. As Daystar, like that is the best.
Hello, Anointed Ones. Welcome back to Anointed TV. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about events in the Christian broadcasting world, the controversial marriage between Dr. Doug Weiss and Joanie Lamb of Daystar. It's a story that's caused quite a stir because it's mentioned as one of the causes of the rift in the Lambs family. The story gets even messier with the new piece of evidence I am going to share in this video. First up, let's talk about the players in this drama. Joanie Lamb, the co-founder of Daystar Television Network, which she co-founded with her late husband Marcus Lamb, has now remarried. Dr. Doug Weiss, a well-known Christian counselor specializing in sexual addiction who divorced his long-term wife Lisa Weiss before this union. Joanie Lamb and Doug Weiss announced their engagement in March 2023, just months after Marcus Lamb's death from complications related to COVID-19. This timeline has been a major point of contention. Critics argue the speed at which Joanie moved into a new relationship might not have allowed adequate time for mourning or reflection. Now, documents of the divorce have been shared publicly, and it shows that Doug filed for divorce in January of 2022, which was just 2 months after the death of Marcus. The proceeding continued until May 31st, 2022, when the case was closed. Denise Bogg mentioned in an interview that Joanie Lamb asked her if she could spend time with a friend who was going through a divorce. That friend was Doug. This proves that Joanie was in contact with Doug during his divorce process.
Preparing herself is sort of how she put it. She, was to prepare herself possibly for, someone that was going to enter her life. And Doug Weiss then began to be a feature in her life. And was there any communication in your life with Joanie at that time?
Yeah, she did contact me and asked me, if I would spend some time with a friend of hers that was going through a hard divorce. She let me know that they had begun talking and going to begin to date. And at that point in time, I did voice my concern. It was too soon. I said, no, this is too soon. He has not worked through the issues. And I said, no, I'll be glad to work with you, but no, this is too soon. And at that point in time, she said, well, that's fine, that Jimmy Evans would be working with them. So at that point in time, I didn't work anymore. After I warned her and told her, no, there's too many unresolved things, and this is too soon to jump into this. And so I didn't work with them.
Doug and Joanie Lamb build a relationship through a sound, godly process according to them. And then, on New Year's Eve of 2023, Doug proposed to Joanie at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. They were married on June 10th, 2023, and Jimmy Evans officiated at our wedding. This would be the cause of a strained relationship between Jonathan and his wife Susie Lamb and their mother Joanie Lamb, who felt Doug should have worked to restore his marriage to Lisa. When Jonathan pressured Doug to do the right thing in one of their meetings, listen to how he angrily yelled in the meeting.
Because for all you know, Doug could have just told you half-truths or one side of the story.
Well, Jonathan, I have a lot of experience, I have a lot of discernment. I could have, in talking to Doug and also with Joanie, I could have discerned if he was lying in 5 minutes because I know how to talk to him. And when he said to me, when we were talking and I asked him question after question after question after question, he answered every question exactly, and he never dishonored Lisa. Never threw under the bus.
But he's a pro. He's like the best of the best when it comes to dealing with people.
You've dehumanized him.
He would know what to say,
I'm an object in this world. In the world that you guys created, Doug's an object, not a soul. Yeah.
He's not a brother in Christ.
Yeah.
He's not forgiven. He's not the righteousness of Christ. He's an object.
That's Doug.
So you have dehumanized him. He's professional. He knew what he was doing and seducing a grieving widow and all this stuff. What I'm saying is, as a human, I'm talking to Doug on the phone and I'm asking questions, and he's answering every single question the way I've heard it answered over and over and over by someone who's been abused over a long period of time. And so, number one. Number two is I talked to people and I asked questions, because I'm not going to tell you who I talked to, but I asked questions and I got the answers about what was happening in their relationship. And I met Lisa a couple of times. And so I was satisfied because of the conversations that I had with her and him and others, that in having a conversation with Lisa, because we talked about this when we met the other day, I think Rachel was asking, I know what Lisa would have said. And what it would have done is exactly what Doug said. It would have slowed it down 6 months. Lisa would have said, I've tried to work on the relationship, I want the relationship, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. So I have to work with the people sitting in front of me and the information I have and the experience I have.
Yeah,
and again, it all comes down to trust. And, Rachel said this the other day. She said, talking about you, Susie, she said, well, Susie wants to say something and she has a lot more trust in you than anybody else at this table, which was obviously disrespectful. And I don't care. The great thing about being my age is I just don't care. I've got a good quality of life. You can trust my experience and my judgment, or you can't. I'm not going to sell myself, and I'm not going to defend myself. The only thing I'm going to say is this is not the first time or the 30th time I've done this.
Of course, Jimmy. And I know that talking to Lisa could have slowed it down 6 months, but would that have been a bad thing when we're all questioning every single? No, I know, but
that's their concern. They're desperate.
Every son and daughter.
The
Jimmy, can I
conversation we
finish?
just had was about adult children in a remarriage when there's been a death, and I'm saying I give you grace for your emotions and what you're feeling, but I'm not going through what you're going through, and I've got the experience. I'm saying,
Jimmy,
you can trust and you can submit, or you can keep going through this wrangling, and that's all it is.
We need to process this out.
I'm not going to talk to Lisa. I didn't talk to Lisa, and I'm not going to defend myself on that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, would it be the worst thing if it slowed down 6 months if every single offspring of these two individuals is questioning the validity of this marriage?
Your view is different.
No.
It's not going to change the Bible verses you quote.
No.
It's not going to change anything.
No,
that
but
you presented today.
but again, what if there is a spark of hope that Lisa could get back with you? Wouldn't that be the best solution in the end?
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
No, I'm serious. Wouldn't that be the best solution before God if you guys could get back?
But what you didn't trust is I gave 1,000% to make that possible. 1,000%. My heart cried out for her to do that. Okay, I gave it 1,000%, and you're saying, oh, well, just keep doing it. Okay, I gave it that. Okay, I gave it 1,000%. And yes, that's intensity because I've been through 30 years of being neglected. And I tried and tried and cried and prayed. Okay? This isn't, you can act scared. You're not scared of me. I'm a
little off-put by your reaction.
He acts like that when I yell.
But the reaction,
It's not acting.
you're
It's
saying
just
something again.
It's his personality.
Okay? That I have been through an incredible amount of pain. And you're saying, Doug, damn it, just suck it up and try it again.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just trying to understand.
I'm
She
just-
just got through saying. That's what she just got through saying. Why didn't you go to Lisa and take and give her another?
No, I'm just saying, wouldn't that be the most honoring thing before the Lord?
Praise God.
It's not honoring to be abused. It's not honoring to be abused. It's not honoring to be neglected. It's not honoring to be untouched and unloved. It's not honoring to do that. Okay? I have a clear conscience before my God, who has never left me 1 second in this process and provides miracles for me to get out of that. Okay? It's not honorable to do that. You're saying just get beat up at home and suck it up because you wear the name Christian.
No, but
and do it in the name of Jesus.
but can God change your heart? Can she change?
Jonathan, I pray to God you never go through the kind of pain he's been through.
I understand, but
I'm praying to God, you don't
but can people
understand.
change?
You don't understand. You don't understand.
But can
You
people-
don't have the life experience to
I understand, but
You've got
I'm saying we
people in
serve a
front
big
of-
God. He
you've
can
got
change.
people in front
He
of
can
you that
restore
understand.
marriages. That's what we believe for as Daystar. Like that is the
Right.
best outcome
I
here.
love that,
You don't
Jimmy, but
understand.
it's not our
But he doesn't
place.
go
I know,
past
I know,
He
but
doesn't go past
I know, but she can change.
But
Like,
if God talks to everyone individually, God has talked to him.
Change, okay? There's not a capacity for that. Okay? She chooses not to.
I think
change.
Doug Weiss's divorce from his wife of over 30 years was not publicly detailed, which added layers of mystery that are now being exposed. His profession focuses on healing marriages, making his personal life a focal point for scrutiny. The marriage to Joanie, especially under these circumstances, has been viewed by some as a contradiction to the principles he advocates. When Marcus asked Joanie to respond to the many concerns about her marriage to Doug, she strongly defended him and said he has been a great husband since they got married. Listen to her submission.
Opinions, should you get married? Is it biblical? Is it unbiblical? Everybody took the clip about Robert Morris, right? Mm-hmm. And they ran with that one. He said technically it wasn't biblical. That's what Susie says Robert Morris told her. And I just want you to share, your heart, whatever you feel comfortable, to say on the platform about that.
Well, that scripture that says there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I didn't start talking to Doug until he was divorced. And we were just friends for a while, and then it turned into more. But I surrounded myself with people in the ministry that I trust. And of course, me being an interviewer like you, I ask him a million questions.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I went to people that I trusted and said, hey, I know I'm in a position where people are watching. I want to use wisdom, and I'd like for you to come and help, us walk through this relationship. And so they all said, well, we need to meet him and talk to him and find out what his story. And so they did. And they all came back and said, we understand his situation, and we believe there is a biblical reason. And we're good with you starting the dating process, but just kind of slow it down.
Okay.
So that was like September, October of 2022. And so that's what I did. I slowed it down, we slowed it down, and just began to take our time. And of course, he's living in Colorado Springs, I'm here in Dallas. So people are always going to have opinions about this. And the thing is, just like what you said, I know what his story is. God knows what his story is. And these people that I surrounded myself with know his story. So I'm not going to tell every detail of his private life or what happened,
sure,
because it's nobody's business. At the end of the day, Marcus, I just have to know that I'm being obedient to what God is telling me. And so I had, a lot of prayer and counsel, and Doug has, of course, now we're married. He's been an amazing man, and it has been a great blessing to me since I've been married to him.
Yeah.
I mean, you had mentioned about something about an NDA.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
With that his ex-wife had signed an NDA. It's a complete lie.
Okay.
And Susie has made comments about his ex-wife. She's never had a conversation with his ex-wife. And, Doug and his wife, ex-wife, were working with a judge and divided everything. It was amicable. So again, there's a lot of chatter out there, but he has a good relationship with his ex. And I know that sounds crazy, but he does. And we're not going to do anything to hurt her or his kids by telling you every detail of everything that we know. Is that I didn't start talking to him till he was divorced.
Okay.
I never had a conversation with his ex-wife. I don't know what she said or she didn't say. All I know is that when I started talking to him, he was divorced, and I knew that what happened, he shared with me, private things about his marriage, and I know that we're not going to talk about those things.
Right.
But she still works for him. So, I mean, again, they have a working relationship. There's not, bitterness or whatever going on there. So,
some people trying to reach out and they say they're trying to get a hold of her, and some people say she's not talking, but you're saying there is no NDA, there is none of that stuff.
There's no NDA. There was no NDA, yeah.
This marriage has sparked debates on leadership, faith, and the personal lives of those who guide others in spiritual matters. It's a reminder that public figures in religious contexts are under intense scrutiny, where their actions can either inspire or cause disillusionment. So what do you think? Is this a story of love and divine timing, or one of controversy and questionable decisions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more stories like this. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning. Peace out.